Today I'll be discussing an important concept called the 80-20 principle. If you want to join the top 1% in society, the top 1% of the most successful people, the top 1% of the richest people, the top 1% of the most influential people, the top 1% of every field that you can find yourself, the Pareto principle will help you. Now, what is the Pareto principle? The Pareto principle, also called the 80-20 principle, is a principle that was discovered by an Italian economist called Vilfredo Pareto in 1895. And this is what he discovered. He discovered that for everything in life, for all activities, approximately 20% of the activities that you will do in any venture in life will account for 80% of the result. The 20% is what he called the vital few, and the 80% is what we call the trivial many. So, for example, if you are a business person, for example, 20% of your customers will account for 80% of your sales. What does that mean? It means that approximately 20% of the people that buy your things, the money that you will accumulate from that will account for 80% of all the total sales you make. Then you go to a particular town or city. The principle indicates that 20% of the people in a city owns 80% of the land in that particular city. Then you look at, if you assemble all the rich people, 20% of the top 20 richest people will have 80% of the money. Or if you look at a population, 20% of the top richest will have 80% of the money. And it goes on and on and on and on like that. Now, when you sit down and take a critical look at it, what does that tell you? It tells you that to be successful in whatever you do, it's not about just activities. It's not just about being busy. It's not just about working. Because you could work very hard, but you are working on the wrong thing. And at the end of the day, the amount of time you spend on that particular thing, someone could spend far less than that time and achieve far more than you. So I will show you in this video 3 steps that you can use this Pareto principle to join the top 1% in society. So what are these 3 principles that I'm going to teach you? Before I continue, please subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and like this video and subscribe, because when you do that, you are going to get other more powerful videos like this. When I publish them, you'll be notified. And I tell you the truth, I have been saying you can never follow this channel and be an ordinary person. I share with you ideas that are not common, ideas that can take you to a higher level. Okay, so let's continue. Now, the 3 steps are: number 1, make a list of all the things you want to do, all the things that you want to do. Just list them and write them down. Don't just say, don't just think in your mind, write them down. So if you write the top 10 things you want to do, or not even the top 10, look at all the things that you want to do. So when you write them all, it could be all the things you want to do in the year, all the things you want to do in the month. So when you write all the things you want to do in the month, as an example, look at and break it down into your daily activities. Okay, so look at, out of those things that you wrote, whether it is for the year, it is for the month, or it's for the day, which of those things, what are the top 20% of them that you believe that when you do them, the results will be far more tremendous than the rest combined? And when you take a critical analysis, if you look at it critically, you realize that out of the 10 things or whatsoever number that you have written, about 20% of that number will give you far more effective results than the rest combined. So circle these 20% and embark on them first. As I told you earlier, it is not about activities, it is about what you can accomplish, not about being busy. You may be busy, but you're working on the wrong things, and all the time you are always struggling. And someone is spending far less time and making far more than what you are achieving. So that's the first one. Number 2, the top 20% that you have decided, take them and develop them further, break them further into smaller steps, and embark on them each day. Make sure that in a day, for example, when you have a to-do list of the 10 things, make sure that you break them down further. And even out of that, those to-do lists that you have to do, look at the most important thing and focus on them. So make sure that you are focusing your time on the most important thing. That's the vital few as compared to the trivial many. Focus on the vital few. Okay, so the third one, resist any temptation to clear up small things first. For example, you may have a lot of things to do in a day, and normally the top 20% are always the most complex and technical one that you have to do, but it pays off the best. However, there are other small things you may have to do in a day, and most of the time you will just consider that because these things are small things, let me just clear them and have time to focus on the top. And the problem is that when you focus on those small things you want to clear off the table, by the time you realize you have spent a majority of your energy on the less important things. So what do? My advice is rather focus on the most important things to you. Resist the temptation to focus on those small things. I believe when you follow these procedures, you are going to have a tremendous improvement in your activities, your goals, and whatever that you do. And at the end of the day, your effort will not just be wasted, but you will achieve far more. Yeah. So please take time, subscribe, and follow me for more videos like this if you actually like this video. God bless you and have a great day. Bye bye.